All right, let's get right into it. As developers, we've built more WordPress sites than we can count. And on almost every single project, we kept hitting the same wall. So instead of just patching it up every time, we decided to solve it. For good. Not just for us, but for everyone. That's why we built WP Optimal State. This is our story of what it is, why it even exists, and how I can get your site back to that day one peak performance. So, does this sound familiar? You launch your brand new site, and it's fast, it's snappy, everything feels great. But fast forward 6 months, a year, maybe 2 years, and it just feels heavy, right? Pages take that extra second to load, the back end feels a little sticky. It's this slow, creeping decline. I'm here to tell you, you're not imagining it. It's a real, measurable problem that happens to pretty much every WordPress site out there. So, where is this drag coming from? Well, it's almost always hiding in the one place most people never even think to look, your database. Seriously, think of the database as the engine room of your entire website. When it's clean, when it's organized, your site just flies. But over time, it gets cluttered up, and all that clutter starts to act like a hidden anchor, literally dragging your site's performance down. Now, there's a technical term for this clutter, and it's called database bloat. And yeah, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's just this massive buildup of data that your site doesn't need anymore. And for every little piece of this digital junk, your server has to work just a little bit harder to find what it's actually looking for. Those milliseconds add up, query times get longer, and that's what you experience as a slow, sluggish website. So what exactly is this junk we're talking about? Well, it's stuff like every single revision of a post you've ever saved. It's all those abandoned auto drafts. It can be mountains of spam comments you deleted ages ago. And the big one, data left behind by plugins you uninstalled years ago. We call that orphaned metadata. It's basically the digital dust that just piles up in the corners of your database, and it's the exact stuff we designed WP Optimal State to hunt down and clean out. When we set out to fix this, we knew it had to be a two-part solution. First, you need to understand the scope of the problem instantly without having to be a database expert. And second, the fix had to be ridiculously simple and immediate. A clear diagnosis followed by a one-click cure. That was the goal. And here's the diagnosis part, the database health score. The second you activate our plugin, it does a deep scan of your database. It looks at cleanliness, performance, overall efficiency, and it gives you this simple, easy-to-understand score out of 100. No more guesswork. You immediately know the exact condition of your site's engine. And the cure is just as simple. You see your score, you click one big button, the Optimize Now button, and boom, the plugin runs a whole bundle of safe cleanup operations. It clears out all that junk we just talked about, optimizes your database tables, and the best part, you see your health score jump up right away. It is so satisfying to watch. Okay, we knew from day one that building a powerful tool wasn't enough, not even close. When you're dealing with something as critical as the database, the single most important thing is safety. So we engineered every single part of this plugin with total safety as our absolute, non-negotiable #1 priority. Let's just be honest for a second. The moment you hear database optimization, your stomach probably clenches a little, right? You're thinking, whoa, isn't that risky? What if something breaks? And you know what? You are 100% right to be cautious. A bad database operation can take your entire site offline. We don't just understand that fear. We built this entire plugin to eliminate it. Our answer to that fear is a feature we built called the Atomic Swap Restore. And yeah, it sounds super technical because, well, it is super technical. This isn't just some simple backup and import. It's a professional-grade, multi-stage process we designed from the ground up to make database operations fundamentally safe. So here's how it works. Before it even thinks about touching your live data, it creates a safety backup. Then, and this is the key part, it restores that backup into separate temporary tables. Your live site is never affected. It then checks everything to make sure the restored data is valid. Only when it's 100% sure everything is perfect does it perform the atomic swap, an instantaneous switch that, as a transaction, either works completely or not at all. This right here is our core promise. We believe in it so much, we put it right in our documentation. The whole system is built on this one principle. A restore will never, ever leave your site in some broken, half-finished state. It either succeeds completely or it fails safely and everything just reverts. This is the peace of mind we wanted for our own sites, and it's what we built for you. But look, a healthy site isn't about a one-time spring cleaning. It's about staying healthy, right? It's about having effortless, long-term control.
And that's why we built tools to both automate the maintenance and let you fine-tune the performance.
First up, automation. You can literally schedule the one-click optimization to run all by itself. If you've got a busy blog with lots of comments, maybe you set it for every 7 days. For a typical business site, maybe once a month is fine. You just set it and you forget it. Your database stays in peak condition and you don't have to lift a finger. And then, for those of you who really love to get under the hood, we added the Performance Manager. This gives you super granular control over some of WordPress's core functions. You can tame the Heartbeat API to reduce server load, you can disable XML RPC to tighten up security, or you can prevent bloat in the first place by limiting post revisions. It's all about putting you in total control.
So when you put this all together, what do you really get? Well, it's a complete transformation. You're going from a site that's slowly being dragged down by years of clutter to one that's clean, fast, and running exactly the way it's supposed to.
I mean, the change is really night and day. Before, you've got this cluttered database making your site feel sluggish, and trying to fix it feels incredibly risky. Afterwards, your database is clean and efficient, your site is fast and responsive, and all your maintenance is safe, automated, and totally worry-free. It's not just a cleanup tool, it's a whole performance and safety system. You know, as developers, we built WP Optimal State because we were tired of guessing. We wanted to know our sites were healthy, and that really just leaves one simple question. Why would you guess about your site's health when you can absolutely guarantee it?